Hi, I'm Samantha Lavin, director of the film Val, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about it and how it came to be. I was looking for a short script, and I dug through many of them, and I found this wonderful little gem from a writer named Jess Waters. And Jess's script was just beautiful. It's about a female firefighter who, because of his sexual assault at work, develops agoraphobia and is sort of shut into her week-to-week apartment. And with the help of a trans woman who lives next door and kind of helps her to see that, you know, it's not always the rescuing people from fires that make you a great person or a strong person, that sometimes it's the smaller things that we do that show our strength. And that's kind of the theme of Val. I wanted to work with the city of West Hollywood. I'm a resident, and I was on the LGAB, the board, Lesbian and Gay Advisory Board, for a while. So, you know, I love the city and I love the people in it, and I wanted to do something that I thought would represent the city well. I applied for the grant, the arts grant, and I was fortunate enough to be awarded it. And that really set me on my way to raise the rest of the money for the film. I had just come off a television show called Roar, and I was the first AD. On Roar, I met the director of photography, Jean, who was a camera operator on that show and became the director of photography on Val. So we had a very, very professional crew. Producer Christina has produced many independent films and commercials. So I was very lucky to have a great, great team of people to support this, project. One of the challenges was, and several people told me this, but I didn't quite believe them, was how hard it was going to be to find a transgender actor over like 55. And it was. I mean, I went for some names first, and they were not available. Some of the names that, you might know from TV. And so I went on a search. I wanted to find a really talented trans actor, and I did. And her name is Jen Winslow, and she just straight up auditioned, came to me through, I guess, another contact we had in common. And, she's a fairly new actor, but she gave it everything, and she took direction really well. And so I think it'll be a really nice piece for Jen to shine in. So as far as the city of West Hollywood, it was just having the support of West Hollywood gave me the confidence as an artist to be able to, put my life on hold and put everything into a film like this. And it also allowed me to go to the firehouse. It's a hero photo of Val at the firehouse where she used to work, and it kind of shows her with the guys and who she was before. So it was very important that it felt authentic. And we went over to Station 8, said that we had a grant from the city of West Hollywood and making a film and had to do with a firefighter, and they basically said, come on in. And so we took this wonderful picture, staged a picture with them, and were able to get Val kind of how she'd be in her former life. So, it was just a beautiful experience all the way around. We shot at a motel in Santa Monica, but a lot of our crew is, several of our crew anyway, were based locally and in West Hollywood. Mary Frances Correccia, who plays Val, is a resident of the city of West Hollywood as well, and was really excited to be able to be the lead in a project that was supported by her city, and also supports transgender visibility, which is really key and important to all of us on the team of Val. So it was a gift to be able to do it. We also, speaking of gifts, we got a Panavision filmmaker grant based on the script, and I sent them a pitch book, which is a book of pictures of what the film's going to look like and some of the actors and things. And so we were awarded this grant, which is basically just gives you a beautiful camera package to shoot with. They walked us through, they showed us the camera, they treated us like they would treat any other filmmaker, that would have walked in there. They treat the same. And so we were blessed to have an incredible equipment package with like the best camera lenses you could possibly have. So anyway, I look forward to showing the film and presenting the city of West Hollywood the film Val.
Hi, I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. It's been a busy year, but I'm really happy to share that my film, Next Life is finally finished. A little bit about this project. The film was all made from home, working remotely through Zoom calls with a variety of other artists. There were 5 voice actors that were involved that all brought together a stunning cast, from the main characters such as Ruby and Audrey to all the other characters that filled this world. The score, sound design, and mix was also all made from home with the help of a small but great music studio, Expletive Underscored. They crafted a score that was so great that complemented the visuals in such a brand new way. As you'll see when you watch the film also uses the latest real-time rendering technology in computer graphics. This allowed for real-time performance to be captured from acting sessions using motion capture technology. This flexibility created the opportunity to enhance creative choices on the fly with new ideas once the data was inputted from those sessions. It allowed for a streamlined visualization from conceptual to final output. From those log captures of the motion capture takes, I was able to use those to help guide the animations and put those in the final imagery that you'll be seeing in the film soon enough. Next Life is about the decision that we face every day and the consequences we have from those down the line, whether big or small. How we live in our current conditions, unknown what comes ahead of us in our short time in this world. Since the early days of the pandemic, and even well before that, our lives have always been up in the air. We never know what the next day is going to bring us, and we continue to have to roll with these ever-changing times now more than ever. I hope this film brings some inspiration to people to get through tough times, and even when things seem down and at their worst, that there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. That persistence is hard, but you have to get through it. This grant allowed me to purchase the Rococo motion capture suit and body gloves that gave me the flexibility I mentioned earlier with the actor performance using motion capture technology. Without this, I wouldn't have been able to make this film in such a timely manner. It incredibly sped up my workflow 10 times fold. This grant also gave me access to tools I wouldn't have been able to afford on my own. And with this new tool set, I can make much more art than I ever thought I could before. So I thank you so much for your generosity of this grant and for allowing me to see my vision through. I sincerely hope you enjoy the film and that it brightens up your day. It was such an absolute thrill to have made this, and I'm really excited to see this be shared with the public. And I really hope it makes a strong impact on them all. Thank you again for everything. Your generosity, your belief, it all means so much to me. I hope you all have a great day. Bye for now.
My name is Antonio Rael, and I am the proud recipient of the West Hollywood Grant for 2021. I'm going to be showing you 20 pieces that I created for my show called Necessary Healing. It's all a reflection of the last 5 years of the pandemic, the failed administration, our protesting of our LGBTQIA rights, children in cages, just a bunch of images that were made so that we could heal. I even have one that's a still life where there's candles lit. And that was painted because here at our homes, we had to create a sanctuary for ourselves, a healing sanctuary. So a lot of people bought flowers, put together a still life and lit candles just so they could have their own sanctuary at home so that we could heal as we stay home. And we had these mandates to stay home. So I'm going to show you my art and I hope you love it. I created these images with a lot of passion, and some of them are very simplistic and some of them are straightforward. Some of them are a little bit more abstract, but I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. Miniature paintings that I created, which reflects healing and trying to get the images out there that represent my community, which is LGBTQIA community. Of course, our trans rights, our new flag for LGBTQIA. Pretty much love, being together, loving each other. This actually represents the sun and earth and its healing and the global warming. We've got Black Lives Matter and the power of the power of the fist. And I had to include some nature, protecting our environment. This is actually a homeless encampment. I thought it was very important to show that because we have a lot of healing here in Los Angeles to do with that. And these are the children who are held at the border, Tijuana and California. You'll notice they're crying. They've been separated from their parents. This represents education. And this actually represents the American Indian. I have American Indian blood in me, and the healing that we have to do because of all the atrocities committed in the past. And this is the coronavirus, and a very simplistic painting of the earth and the environment. Concludes my virtual exhibition video style, pandemic style, from my studio here in West Hollywood, California. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for having the opportunity to show you my art and to create art here, and especially during these rough times. And thank you, the city of West Hollywood especially. I really appreciate this from the bottom of my heart. God bless.